Bitcoin has a new six-figure price target for 2024 as institutional inflows flood the market. Crypto analyst Adam Back suggests that Bitcoin could potentially reach 100,000 before the halving event in April. This prediction comes as Bitcoin rebounds from a relatively downbeat January. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start. And we're starting with 60 days and 69 days until the Bitcoin halving. What the date is 69 days is 4/20, which is 20th April. That's crazy to know. Next up, how to sell the top of your 100x crypto coin. It's easier than you ever think. Look, making money is easy. Everyone will make money this cycle, but not everyone will be able to keep it. I used this simple tool to sell the Bitcoin top at 69,000, while everyone was adding more as it was a new all-time high. I was taking profits and exiting. Here's how you will do the same, is by looking at the volume. Understand this, increasing price combined with increasing volume is bullish. A strong uptrend is formed when volume is building alongside price, and this is the key for continued growth. Increasing price with decreasing volume is bearish, and this indicates a weakening uptrend that is likely to reverse if volume doesn't start growing with price. So this is what I noticed when Bitcoin was reaching 69,000, so this hinted to me to start taking profits, and now here's the actual secret. Increasing price and increasing volume, bullish. Increasing price and decreasing volume is bearish. Decreasing price and increasing volume is actually bearish, but decreasing price and decreasing volume is bullish. Simple as that. Like this tweet, if you want me to share more of these practical tips, follow for more. So yeah, that's literally the truth. I couldn't even argue with that, because when you see the price and volume growing at the same time, that means that the price continues to grow even more. If the trader volume is falling and the price is growing, it's probably going to be bearish and it's going to fall pretty soon. And if the price is growing and the trader volume is actually falling, you're going to see the same thing again. But if both price and the trader volume is low, that means that the price is going to grow. That's how it literally works. So, the big Sunday report, all you need to know. Technical analysis, LSA, psychological analysis. Last week when Bitcoin was between 40 to 42,000, I told you that market changed, and I notified you that Bitcoin indeed managed to break out above the moving average 100 and EMA 50, and recently moving average 50 daily, as indeed those breakouts can be ignored. And I told you that bulls are back, and I told you bulls leading the way, and only if you listen, many kept shorting and saying it will go lower. Indeed, they were proven wrong. Indeed, my target of 44,000 and a follow target of 48,000 got hit with absolute perfection once again. So what is next? I see a strong bullish continuation towards the region of 50 to 52,000 in the coming days, and it's possible to see either some sideways move here and pump afterwards, or straight pump in the next few days to the target of 50 to 52,000. And indeed, those who expected lower targets at 38,000 are now heavily defeated and sidelined, looking for the good entry. So will market give them the opportunity to fill their bags below the 40,000 once again? And I doubt it. I think we'll enter phase 3 of the bull very soon, and which is the promised golden bull that starts after a clear breakout above 48,000. It's closed, and they waited till all-time high isn't that far. For those that also check out the updates, market is extremely bullish, and people have no idea, as monthly silver trend turns very bullish for the first time since mid-2019, which sent Bitcoin from 3,000 region towards 69,000 region in mid-2021. The following months. Indeed, the absolute big picture tells us the gold bull starts to wake up, and the golden bull is close, and the third stage of the bull is very, very close after clear 48,000 breakout. More than 400 million worth of Bitcoin spot ETF were bought 2 days ago, causing the massive pump. Guess how many millions of worth of Bitcoin were purchased yesterday and today? Grayscale suddenly decreases while buyers increase. Every child can tell you what happens when there is a high demand but low supply. Indeed, a supply shock happens. So when will we see this breakout above 48,000? I think Bitcoin will break out in the coming days or weeks. I don't expect to see some bigger retracements from here dumps. I believe it will be up only, combined with sideways movement and strong bullish continuation. So in terms of calendar, we have two important days. Tuesday, we will see a CPI inflation data while market expects a 0.3%, as I expect a better result which will cause a sell pressure to DXY. And caused by pressure on stock market and crypto, I expect to see a volatile Tuesday, as on Friday market sees PPI data to be published, as I expect less volatility on this day. Next up, we go with Satoshi Nakamoto explaining why Bitcoin would beat central banks at $0 exactly 15 years ago. The world was never the same. The root problem with the conventional currencies, all the trust that's required to make it work. The central bank must be trusted not to debase the currency, but the history of fiat currencies is full of breaches of that trust. Bitcoin is pretty much only 2x away from 100,000. You almost did that, sure, the altcoin in your bag will minimum 10x and 101,000x at the very best. Now let me tell you, if we see Bitcoin at 100,000, we will. You can bet that retail FOMO will reach unprecedented heights. The vicious vertical trajectory for Bitcoin, because of the enormous supply squeeze, will send the price sky high. This cycle will be one of those financial periods that go down in history, and you have no idea how many of you are going to become millionaires. The BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF is currently among the top 0.2% of the all exchange traded funds that have been issued in the United States since the beginning of 2024. The success of the offerings from BlackRock and Fidelity remains unparalleled in this section. We are on the verge to approach FOMO level 1. 50,000, 60,000 and all-time high 69,000. At 60,000, FOMO level 2 will start again to receive many messages from our contracts who will ask once again, is it a good time to buy Bitcoin? Bitcoin has had a great run of 20% in 18 days. What happens next? This type of rally has happened 440 times already and in the past 9 years, continued up 88% of all time, as the typical gain plus 20% equals 60,000, only 6 to 12% downside historically, so a non-trivial possibility of new all-time high in perhaps 30 days. According to the rolling 4-year CAGR, as seen on this chart by the chart BTC, the lowest 4-year return in Bitcoin is 24% annualized. If you had one Bitcoin, $48,000, and extrapolate that return out over the next 20 years, you get 5.8 million, but still only one Bitcoin hodl will occur. Six-figure Bitcoin price in 2024, Bitcoin analyst has 55,000 now worst case. So in fresh analysis on X platform, formerly Twitter, on February 11th, Ki-Yoon Ju, CEO of analytics platform CryptoQuant, predicts 112,000 per Bitcoin this year, as Bitcoin market has seen a 9.5 billion in spot ETF inflows per month, potentially boosting the realized cap by $114 billion yearly, and even with the GBTC outflows and 76 billion rise could alleviate the realized cap from 451 billion to 527 to 565 billion, Key commented. As a past reference to ongoing outflows from the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, which themselves have declined considerably in the first months of its operations as a spot ETF, and summarizing the likely price action ahead, Key gave a worst-case scenario figure of 55 to 59,000 through this year. That's all the information we have on today's video, so don't forget to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next one, and peace.